Welcome back for another video. I'm Eharbad, and in today's video, it is 2x Ancient time in the old Bambus 4-leaf fusion. I have two of the epic Force champions ready to go, and I need one more of the epic Spirit, from which I need one Selenia, which I could either get it through the summoning or through the champion training. I need one more Trifia, who I will either get through Artifact Enhancement or more likely through Spider. And I have the Magic Spirit already. So yeah, two more rares to get. I have fused, therefore, two of the epics already, which means I've already got a little bit of a leap start in the old champion chase. So we're at 623 already. I would quite like to get this 5,500. I feel like this 100 tier 3 coins quite valuable. And then if we're going to go as far as 3,600 to get the the void rare, although I don't actually need it because I'm going to do the champion training anyway. My view is I have enough ancients. I have been planning to summon in 2x ancients anyway, and therefore, if I'm going to be summoning, if I look at the rewards, I probably should try and get the 5,500 up here. Now, to get 5,500, if I'm going to use 3 epics, means I need about 4,750. Probably practically need a little bit less than that even because of running Brutal 12-3 for champion training. But that would take an estimated 90 shards, and I have 196 currently sitting here on the challenge account. So let's crack on, do some summoning. I've got space for basically 7 temples. Then I'm going to have to create a bit more space, and we'll reassess after we've done the 7 temples to see how many more additional points we need. I'm hoping to be able to fuse that 3rd epic before the end of the champion chase and get the extra 250 points that way. But I'm not going to put myself any undue pressure to do so. So we could end up summoning a few extra shards to get that 2nd legendary tome. Anyway, let's not waste any more time. Jump in and do the first 10 pull. Having now completed all of Faction Wars, I'm really looking for some interesting game-changing champions, of which Great Hoof Loreka is not one of them. I did do the fusion, and I have her as a fragment summon ready to go, which I was hoping to use as, high quality CVC points. But instead, we've pulled her here, and therefore I will not get the bonus for a fresh pull. Trumbor is actually a really good epic. Would have been fantastic to do Faction Wars with. Birgun is actually really good for Bommel, and if I was going to carry on playing this account, I would probably look to build her up for that. Bommel is a bit of a problem for me still. I did use Crimson Helm, which was quite painful. Cormac I don't actually know a great deal about, but I don't think it's that good. Quite a lot of epics. We've had a decent epic pull rate. Ambassador, Lethalin. Again, I don't actually know that much about the champion. I know he's a recent fusion epic, and therefore, I just haven't actually used him at all. I wasn't left with a copy. Clod is actually a pretty underrated champion. Increased speed, increased accuracy. I tend to use Razelvarg for this myself, but really good combination of skills there. Shield is actually quite nice to give a bit of survivability, and then decreased crit rate, actually underrated, pretty useful skill for certain high damage bosses if you just want to have that bit of consistency. We've hit gold again. Ghostborn, interesting champion, particularly given that we've now got a Renegade and a Seer. Throw in Ghostborn and you've got some of the components of a real high-end speed farming. So far, 2 gold, neither of which really are game changers. Like, Ghostborn is a really, really good legendary for certain, like I said, efficiency PvE content, but he's not really one that's going to completely change your ability to do certain areas. I'd say on this account, a Hydra specialist would be, like a Necmo, like a Hydra hard carry would be what I'd really, really like. That would be the dream, basically. Beyond that, probably an arena specialist would be the other next thing to look for. Those are kind of really the two areas of the game that need work. Duck the Pierced, fantastic, really good for faction wars, really good progression champion. You've got the decreased attack, decreased defense, AoE, and then you've got this provoke with unkillable and reflect damage, which means he can technically be used in Hydra as well. You can use him as a mischief tank, you can use him a little bit as a support to try and provoke decay, and obviously has decreased attack, decreased defense, bit of a budget champion. He actually also has decreased accuracy, which is also pretty useful for Hydra. So yeah, definitely a good epic there. Right, let's see after that 7 pulls how we have got on, and we've smashed it out the park already. Those 2 legendary pulls giving us the extra points, and obviously with the very high epic pull rate that we had, means we've completed it all. We've got our 2 legendary tomes, and we still have 126 ancients in the bank, ready to use in if we ever get a guaranteed, or just in future events as and when we need them. I don't see any reason to carry on summoning at this point in time. We've maxed out the rewards. We've got a bunch of new champions to flesh out the roster. Decent number of epics in this pull set here. And we got a lot of champions that we could be working on. Claude would have been really useful for faction wars, actually. Would have made my life a bit easier if we had him. Who else is new? As I said, Great Hoof. Not really the best champion in the world, to be honest, but it is what it is. Duck would have been awesome for faction wars, as would Trumbor. Like, really good champion, Trumbor. Got this really nice ally protection, increased defense combination here. Is on a 4-turn cooldown, so a little bit tricky to do the speed tuning, but very, very solid champion. And then who do we get from Undead? Hexia, actually not the world's worst champion, but also at the same token, not really one that you're ever going to build. Can do a decent amount of damage though, but yeah, I just don't see anyone wasting resources on a champion that's pretty kind of narrow usage. Ghostborn, like I said, really, really good because of the irresistible decreased defense and increased attack. Nice combination. Heal reduction, pretty useful for some of the tricky Doom Tower floors where you got like double Siffy and you need to get the heal reduction out to try and grind them down. Can be useful there. And yeah, the auras just in faction crits, they're not that exciting. So that is that there. Who did we get on Night Revenant? Pitiless one. Well, quite pitiful, to be honest. Not worth worrying about. And then I think it's that Cormac we got. Let's actually remind ourselves what he does. Decrease speed on the A1. Single target, decrease defense. That's kind of trash. Increase accuracy and increase crit rate on himself. Yeah, I really don't see. I don't even really understand what the point of this champion is when you compare him to Daithy in the same faction. There's no comparison. Mr. Ida Daithy also has this self buff and extra turn, but then has an AoE decreased defense, which could get another extra turn. And what is Cormac about? Similar self buff, extra turn, and then just like, yeah, one target. That's it. I mean, that's a rare quality kit right there. Right, let's jump over to the main and see if we get similar luck than we got on the challenge account. Back in a second. On the main, we have a similar situation, although I currently have less points here, 313, and that's mostly because I still got more work to be doing. I only have 1 of each, so I've got 2 more to fuse, of which I have basically I need to get the Petrifia from both champion from Artifact Enhancement and from Spider. And then I also need to get 1 Selenia, which is the same situation, either from the summoning or from the champion training. Once again, I will be doing champion training, probably to get the primal and the legendary skill tome. Quite a lot of work to be done on that. Like 1100 points in 2 days. That's going to be pretty brutal. And then on the artifact enhancement, this will be pretty straightforward. I'll get that done a little bit later today, along with the spider is almost done. In fact, it is now done. So yeah, just need to do the artifact enhancement, and then I'll grind out the champion training, getting all of the epics ready to fuse once we have CVC drop. I will probably therefore factor in that I will definitely fuse 1 more epic, maybe 2. So as long as we get to say 5,000, I'll do the rest thereafter. Similarly, have enough space. I think we'll probably summon, 70, 80 shards and then see where we are. Again, I'm happy not to stress myself out, and we have enough shards that, give or take 10 ancient shards is not going to change much for me. On this account, there's really very few epics I don't have coverage on. So for the most part, we just need gold, either for faction guardians or new champions. 10 blues probably not going to do a lot for us. If I were to target a legendary, it would actually, that's a fusion rare, isn't it? Although not that we need it. If I were to target one, it would be Harima. I think non-void legendary that's going to have the biggest impact on my account would be Harima. Another one would be Rotos. So either of those, that's my 3rd Stoutus. Fantastic champion, but 3? Come on, give me a Harima. But Stoutus is really good for Dragon, for Arena. General wave clear content as well. Faction Wars, superb. All the rest of these, like I said, chances of me getting anything on the main account that's going to change anything I do, if it's not gold, is basically pretty much irrelevant. Poor corpulent cadaver, finally getting the nerf that he deserves. The Hydra has made a bit of a mockery of the Hydra clash. Mr. Daithi, I do have him already. Very good epic in that faction. Bane, Haas, Kunoichi, all really strong epics. But I do have them all already. Who are we going to get another gold is the real question. It would be nice to. I probably after this 10 pull, I'll check to see where we actually are, because I wasn't really counting. Wasn't paying any attention whatsoever, just talking about the champions that we've been pulling. And I think I actually went a little bit over and pretty much did 90 shards. But we didn't have quite the same luck as the last one. We have actually done enough to get all the way, which is great news. I'm actually going to claim the energy now and crack on doing the work that needs to be done, including finishing my artifact enhancement. Then I'm going to crack on, like I said, get these epics fused, get ready for the fusing of the panda in CVC. And like I said, I'm going to try and get the, wherever it's hiding, the champion training. Ooh, Sand Devil turn attack over CVC. I will be doing that as well. You can rest assured on that. There's lots of artifacts that now need to be ascended on the main account, and it actually, since they've buffed the drop rates, it seems worth doing. Whereas previously, I thought it was a bit of a waste of time and energy. Yeah, so a lot of work to be done here. Like I said, these high value rewards here, I think, are attractive enough. It is a lot of work, and it's just before PRCVC, so I'm hesitant, but I think I will just do it anyway. Right, I hope you enjoyed that video. Probably, what is it? We summoned 160 ancients. We got 3 legendaries across 2 accounts. Pretty good pull rate. Pretty much ahead of the curve there. Didn't get anything new on the main, sadly. No red dot on the index. And I don't think we even therefore have a faction guardian because sadly I can't combine my 3 Helia with my 3 Staltus to get that 10 extra speed. Would have been nice. I don't think I've got any maxed out. No, I don't. You can see 8 out of 10 on Demon Spawn and Bannerlords. Haven't maxed out the legendary faction guardians anywhere. Funnily enough, haven't got a single dupe in Sacred Order. That's pretty wild. Or Ogren. I barely have any legendaries in Ogren, to be honest. So that tells me that we need maybe, I don't know, some fusions in Ogren, because you always tend to pull copies of fusion champions more than anything else, right? A little bit of conspiracy theory there. But anyway, as I said, thanks for watching. Please do like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye for now.